MAGA Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is not someone of high character, and we talk about that on a regular basis, mostly based on public things, right? Seeing her in interviews, seeing the rhetoric she spews online and speeches. But I guess sometimes you can wonder, okay, this is what we see publicly. What is going on behind the scenes when she doesn't think she's on camera? And sometimes we get insight into that, such as this story. She was at a musical, a Broadway traveling musical, Beetlejuice, in Denver, Colorado, in a theater, and got kicked out for being a disturbance. Now, she was warned, to the theater's credit, during intermission, your behavior is not appropriate for our theater. You will have to be removed, is what is being reported if you continue to act in this manner. Apparently, she kept acting that way and got kicked out. Then, and I have the security footage here for you, but first we have to kind of set it up. Then says, as she's getting escorted out, "Do you know who I am?" Wow. Before looking at the footage, here's this from the Denver Post. Lauren Boebert escorted out of Beetlejuice musical in Denver after causing a disturbance. Boebert campaign manager says a congresswoman was just enthusiastically enjoying Sunday's show. U.S. Representative Lauren Boebert was escorted out of a Sunday night performance of the Beetlejuice musical in downtown Denver, accused by venue officials of vaping, singing, recording, and causing a disturbance. She was just so off pitch with her singing, they had to take her out now during the performance. In an incident report shared with the Denver Post on Tuesday afternoon, officials with Denver Arts and Venues wrote that 2 patrons were asked to leave the city-owned Bull Theater during the performance of the touring Broadway show. They previously were issued a warning during the intermission regarding behavior that prompted 3 complaints from other theater goers, the report says. And then, as I mentioned, they resisted leaving and said, quote, stuff like, "Do you know who I am? I am on the board and I will be contacting the mayor." I'm going to go get the manager. So with that being said, here is this being reported by a local news station.
Ushers at Denver's Buell Theater had to escort Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert out of a performance of Beetlejuice this weekend after getting complaints about vaping, taking pictures, and causing a disturbance. We just got a hold of the video from inside the theater Sunday night. An incident report detailed it, and city sources confirmed to 9 News that Boebert and the person she was with were the subject of complaints. Audience members said the 2 were vaping and singing, and when asked to leave, got argumentative. Boebert appeared to take a selfie as she was escorted out. Boebert's congressional office did not reply to multiple emails about what happened, though the Congresswoman alluded to what happened on Twitter, saying she pled guilty to laughing and singing too loud.
Wow. So there's that, and I have more for you that doesn't have any audio, but I'll play on screen as I continue talking about this. I will say one of the things that bothers me the most is people who treat workers in really any setting this way, where, especially if you were warned, and you can see her on screen for our video viewers walking by, very upset, possibly maybe not a flip off, but a hand gesture of some kind. And it shows kind of the pretentiousness of someone and the way that certain individuals perceive themselves to be above others in a way that really bothers me, really irks me. Because if you're breaking the rules of a theater, the worker enforcing those rules is not responsible for that. It's not their fault. And so to impact their night like this, where they have to deal with you, as you can see again on screen, making such a scene, is so uncalled for. And to think that this type of behavior you wouldn't want from your middle school child, right? You would be really embarrassed if this type of behavior was going on with a son or daughter of yours that's young in grade school. This is a United States Congresswoman. A United States Congresswoman is getting kicked out of a theater because she's vaping and making too much noise. And even setting aside the particular actions, she got warned during intermission, according to the reporting, according to the venue. So then you shut that stuff down. Even if you thought, no, we were being pleasant and fine, we were just getting into the theater, and I'm sure, or into the musical, I'm sure they have an explicit rule against vaping. But even if you thought, oh, I didn't see the sign, okay, they warned you. So then it is that I'm above all of this attitude that then leads someone to continue with that behavior. And then, like I said, lash out at people who are just doing their jobs. They're just trying to make sure that patrons don't complain and get mad at the venue for allowing someone to ruin their musical viewing experience. So whether it be publicly or when she thinks she's sort of in private, doing her own personal life things, Lauren Boebert, not someone of high character. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and get a bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.